What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Mattel Masters of the Universe Mattel Creation exclusive figures. So first up from the MOTU Origins, we have Demo Man, which looks pretty cool. Just this all green guy with like skeleton-y look to it. It comes with some extra heads and weapon stuff. That'll be pretty cool. Then we also have Geldor, which just looks like sort of a guy here that has cool red armor and has all sorts of weapons as well with him. And of course, I'll go through what story there is for these. Not much, and it was kind of confusing, but we will go through that. And then we also have from the Masterverse new Eternia line, we have the Horde Trooper, so a nice big Horde Trooper with armor. If we spin around, you can see sort of what it's going to look like there. It comes with a little goblin head, which looks pretty cool, so a nice, big, awesome figure for that to add in with our Horde Troopers now, which is pretty cool. So like I said, we have all three of these that were Mattel Creation exclusive figures for the MOTU line, so I'm excited to check them out. So let me get them open and out of the box, and we'll take a look at them together. So let's start off with Demo Man, or Demo Man, not sure how you pronounce it, but he's based off the original sketch for a villain by Mark Taylor, which was the creator of He-Man, and that was given the fan name of Demo Man. Now from the story that was created for him, Hordak merged his pupil Geldor with an extra dimensional being called Demo Man, and this drove Geldor insane, and it convinced him to open up a portal to Eternia from Despondos, and he ended up emerging from that portal as Skeletor. So he mixes with Geldor with this being, and they turn into Skeletor. So kind of we get a little bit of designs, you know, with like the head or whatever you want to say design of Skeletor there, but otherwise it just looks like an all green man, especially with a weird face, almost like skeleton-y like face, because we can see the nose is cut off, we get the teeth there and the eyes. He still has ears though, and then he has a nice long beard, at least I assume it's beard there, in green with a bone tied in the end of it. He has this crown around his head and these three spikes that looks like have been cut off there at the top as well, so just a weird design for that. Even has almost like hair designs there around the side. Then he's in this all red outfit, so just like a red tunic on him, but has the armor on over the top, so we get nice silver armor on the shoulder with the like gold chains or whatever there around that. Then he gets the nice spiked bracers on his arms, has armor around his bicep here with a spike like an elbow pad, I guess, and then just all bare green legs there as well with three-toed feet. So it looks pretty decent. Like I said, it's a weird character that doesn't really have a whole lot of story to it. Him and Geldor both don't really have much of a story, but it does look cool for what it is. So just an additional character to add to like to the background scenes of the MOTU display. But for movements, we had his head that'll twist around, so it easily twists side to side, but with that beard, you can't get all the way around. And you can look down that far and up that far, so a little bit of movements there as well. Then we get the shoulders that will come up to 90 and rotate around within there. Of course, with all this armor and stuff, it gets in the way. Then we get the elbow joint that bends there close to 90 with the rotation. Of course, his elbow pad fell down as well. Then we get the wrist that'll twist around and hinge back and forth. Of course, we'll get the twist around at the waist, but it's kind of under his tunic, so you can just get a twist around there. His hips will come up a little and out to the side. We get the single knee joint back with the rotation. Then the shin twist in the middle of the leg will twist around all the way down to the foot. That'll rock back and forth and twist side to side. So again, the normal MOTU origin body design, so nothing new or out of the ordinary, not expecting anything different, but it works out just fine the way it is. Obviously, I would love to have much better range of movements, but for what it is, you know, it just fits with all the others. Now, accessory-wise, he does come with additional heads. Not sure exactly why we get one of the heads, which is a skeleton head. So, of course, we got with the skeleton warriors and stuff, we had the skeleton head like this, so as the skeleton head with the armor on it with the horns and stuff. So nice helmet design, but I don't know why we'd want it with this. But since also going with the origins and creation, whatever, being a part of Skeletor, we also get a Skeletor head as well. So again, we get the green skeleton head for that, and then the purple hood like Skeletor normally wears, so we could put that on as well. But like I said, I just feel with the rest of the body being all green and stuff and no purple, it will look really awkward with this. But with him, we do get some weapons. So first we get the sword. So we get this sword. We've seen this before. I think it came with, I want to say, like Fangor or something. So with this sword we can put into his hand. And then he also comes with a mace, so nice mace. I feel we've seen this before too, but it looks like chain design or whatever this is supposed to be in the middle is a little bit different from normal. So it looks pretty cool with this nice big ball and chain design, so we can put this in. So there he's got that as well for that mace design, I guess it is. So there we've got his weapons now with him, which looks pretty good. Like I said, it's not really a character I really care too much. Like I don't think he looks super awesome. So it's not like just, you know, an unknown character that looks super cool that we had to add to the collection. But it has a weird, like I'd say, obscure story that doesn't really fit too well with the things either. But looks fine for what he is. So just a decent figure though to add to the collection. And then we also have Geldor, which is an evil barbarian that is obsessed with attaining the secret liquid of life, which is a substance that can reveal the secrets of immortality and make the consumer more powerful than He-Man. So nice to have him again, just more an obscure character, has a weird backstory and all that, but looks pretty good the way here, so looks more just like a man. Love like the head design. So Love has the white mohawk that's sort of chopped off like a flat top, but then connects around with his beard that comes up around his mustache and everything. Just that whole head design looks crazy but cool at the same time. Then he's just a guy, so looks relatively, like He-Man, just has the like darkish red maroon color for the gloves, as well as his underwear piece and belt there, and for his boots. But then on top of that has this nice red armor, so we get the big armor piece up here on his shoulders, which looks nice. Love like the armor up on the shoulders, has the slot to store weapons there in the back, so that looks nice. Then has the loincloth piece hanging down in the front there of the leather, of course wraps around his hands, and the pieces that come up on the shins to guard his legs there. So looks pretty nice overall, pretty basic in design, but looks really nice. Like this a lot more than Demo Man at least, but it's still not the coolest looking character, but he does look really nice. Movements will be the same, of course, so the head will twist all the way around, look down that far, look up that far. Shoulders can come up to 90 and rotate around. Get the single elbow joint with rotation, and the wrist will twist around and hinge back and forth. We get the twist around at the waist. The hips will come up there and out to the side. Single knee joint back with rotation. Get the shin twist at the top of the boot, which is hard to do with all that little space in there. And then the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side. So again, the same movement, just a lot less in his way, so he gets the move a little easier. But he comes with a number of accessories, and he comes with a lot of axes for some reason. So we get axes we've seen before. So we get like the He-Man axe, we've seen that, of course, with the axe like we got with like Ram Man and everything. And I think with those you can always sort of connect them up, so make like an axe staff there, which is cool. But he also comes with this axe, which I've never seen before, so at least I don't remember. So it's the nice like broad axe, which looks pretty cool. So I'll probably give this to him, but just a nice design. Like I said, I think this is new, but not sure, but it looks really cool. So let's put this in his hand. So there, I put that axe in his hand and just sort of connected the other two and stuck him in the back there, just so he always has them on him. And then he also comes with a shield, so we get the shield in the gray that matches all the others. Of course, looks like He-Man shield and all that, so we'll put this in his other hand. So there's Geldor with the axe and shield now, and that looks really cool. So again, a nice character, not like iconic design or anything, so not super recognizable, but he's just a good looking character to now add to the He-Man shelf as well. And our final figure today is the Masterverse Horde Trooper from the new Eternia line. Now they are foot soldiers of the Horde Empire. They attack and take all as prisoners, and then those prisoners are mind wiped and brainwashed and turn into Horde Troopers themselves. And then of course everything's always posed, are they humanoids or are they robots? Well, this sort of answers for the question, at least for the new Eternia line, but looks pretty cool overall. We've seen of course the Horde Troopers and like the Origins line and all that, so just big robotic sort of characters. They get the dome-like heads, which I like how this one has almost like, I think it's see-through, or at least it looks like a see-through yellow on here. You don't know if you can see all the way through, with the black around that. Then get the nice big armor, so we get the nice shoulder plates up here. It's a nice big shoulder pad coming out to the side. You got plugs on the back and the Horde logo there on the front, so Horde X head with the wings coming off the side. Then we get nice robotic arms coming down with big chunky like gauntlet pieces here all the way down to the hands. Get a belt around the waist with a little gold design there, and then like gear piece or whatever, big circles there off to the side, and the robotic legs going down to the big boots there as well, so big thick feet. So have no issues at all getting them to stand because they have such the big bases to put them on, so not too bad at all, but just looks cool to get a representation of the Horde Troopers in the Masterverse line. Now moon-wise, we can get the head that'll twist all the way around, so it'll twist around there, and then we go down to the shoulders that come up to 90 and rotate around within there. We get the bicep twist and the single elbow joint that bends that far, so not all the way to 90, but just that far. And then just below that, like when we get to the gauntlet piece, this whole piece will twist around as well. We get the wrist that'll twist around and hinge back and forth. Then we go to the ab crunch, so just under the abs there, so crunch back and forth and twist all the way around. Then go down to the hips that'll come up, especially go out to the side there, can get up closer to 90 and out to the side a little there. Of course, I have the thigh twist just at the top of the leg. We get the double knee joint that will bend back. Of course, I'm only getting the top one to bend. There's the lower one as well, so it'll bend up that far to back, not far at all from kicking itself in the butt. And then we go down to the foot that'll rock back and forth and can twist side to side. So not bad movements at all for them. I was kind of expecting a lot less because of how big he is. Of course, he only has like the single elbows. He has double knees and gets pretty good range and all that. So like I said, I was quite surprised with how much movement it does actually get. Now for accessories, we do get a spear. So kind of like classic for the Horde, we get a nice big spear there with like the dragon on the end of it. The wings will fold out as well. So we can put that into his hand. So let's go and just put it in the right. So there he's got the spear. And if we don't want to put the spear in his hand, we do get this back attachment piece that we can pop into. So let's put this on. So that gives us a nice slot there that we can then store the spear into the back there. So we have that stored away if we don't want him. Then he also comes with a sword as well. So a nice sword with the Horde logo here for the hilt. Nice handle piece with a big thick blade. So let's put this in the left hand. So there he's got the sword as well. Obviously you can pick and choose between the two if you want to have just the sword or the spear, but just having both there looks pretty cool. So that's a nice design. Now like I said, a lot of stuff poses whether they're humanoid or robots. Well, this answers that question because we can take the head off and it reveals that there is a goblin under there. So we get this nice goblin head. Looks pretty good overall. So we get the pointy ears, the creepy mouth with all the teeth, just all green skin and stuff. So that is pretty cool. So we do see that there is a goblin creature inside of that. So that is awesome, and we can put the helmet back on. So with those, we can put them along with Hordak now. So I did go ahead and get a Hordak out. This was the only one I could really find that I felt would go good with it. It is from Princess of Power, and you know these Horde troopers are labeled as New Eternia, so they don't really match too well, but we'll just have to do. And we did get 2 of the Horde troopers, of course, like the army build them, but only decided to go with 2 because don't need a whole lot of them. But there we have our 2 Horde troopers now flanking Hordak there to guard him. So it looks pretty cool and look nice and intimidating there, especially with how big they are compared to Hordak. So that looks really cool overall. So nice to add the Horde Trooper for the Masterverse line. Well, that's it for our Masters of the Universe Mattel Creation exclusive figures. We're from the Origins line. We got Demo Man and Geldor. And then from Masterverse, we got the new Eternia Horde Trooper. So all 3 are really cool, especially for me. My favorite's definitely the Horde Trooper just because I like the Masterverse line much better, like movements and all that compared to the Origins. And then these 2 characters to me are not really interesting at all. Like I like the look of Geldor, but I don't really care for either one of them. But just got them to continue to build out more of the Origins line. So let me know what you thought of these 3 figures down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know what that like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.